I just saw the 2014 Australian science fiction thriller Predestination. Written and directed by German-Australian twin brothers Michael and Peter Spierig, and based on the 1959 Robert Heinlein short story All You Zombies, Predestination stars Ethan Hawke as Agent Doe, a time-traveling secret agent sent back in time to 1970 to stop a terrorist known only as the Fizzle Bomber before he can attack again. However, once there, while working undercover as a bartender, he meets John, a bitter columnist who writes under the pseudonym The Unmarried Mother, and he ends up telling him about his unusual life story. But was this just chance, or has Doe been setting up this conversation for a long time to help him achieve his plan? This movie was just wow. Everything about it. From the cast, Ethan Hawke, Noah Taylor, and particularly Sarah Snook, to the sharp directing from the Spierig twins that really give the movie a great look, especially since it jumps around in time and each period has its own special feel. But the best thing about Predestination is definitely the story, which I've read that while the twins created most of the details to fill out their own plot, they also went out of their way to keep the framework of Heinlein's logic intact. Heinlein being one of the first sci-fi authors who made scientific accuracy a hallmark in his writing. And the logic of this story is truly mind-bending and can only be described in the words of a certain famous British doctor as wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. I loved every moment of Agent Doe's mission to stop the Fizzle Bomber, right up until the surprise reveal of not only who it is, but why this person would be doing it to begin with. And even more interesting is the story of newspaper writer John, every unique and crazy part of his life, and how it interlocks with Agent Doe. This movie is a keeper, and a high recommend, which is why I graded it out at a 7.3. And if you know my grading scale, you'd know that a 7.0 to a 7.4 is great. And I'll be honest, just telling you about it is making me rethink it, and maybe want to push it even higher. And I'm definitely going to revisit it. But for the moment, the upper echelons of great will have to do. But don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself and let me know what you think in the comments. Now I've got to run because the next movie I want to see is starting right this minute.